Alright everyone, here we go. This is an all signs reading and a damn important one. I have to tell you, I wouldn't be pulling it on a Sunday if it wasn't. I could have just as easily pulled this reading tomorrow. But the direct alignment of Saturn squaring the North Node is happening today. And we've got a lot of energies in play that I've been pulling on lately. One of those was Jupiter sextiling the North Node back on the 8th. That's when it peaked. It's still in play. That energy is still here. We also have Venus in Pisces, which I pulled on. I did a reading on. You can find it there in the monthly reading playlist, I believe. That energy is still in play. So we've got someone whose feelings are up, right? They're a masculine energy that's in touch with their feminine energy as it comes up. They're in their feels. And then with Jupiter sextiling North Node, we've got someone who's got the bravery to come get it. Now, blending with that, peaking today, the 11th of April, we've got Saturn squaring the, or actually on Monday, I'm sorry, peaking on Monday, the 11th of April. I'm sorry, I'm ahead of myself because I'm swimming in the energy. I apologize. Peaking on Monday, the 11th of April, all right, Saturn squares the North Node. And Saturn squaring the North Node of destiny, basically, to paraphrase it, forces a decision. It's kind of a hangman energy, but it's a hangman where someone is sitting on the fence and there's a really big person standing there, much bigger than they are, saying, you better make a decision, motherfucker. That's basically what it is. Saturn is a great teacher. It's the taskmaster. But as teachers go, it's a good teacher. It's the one that actually teaches the kids and doesn't just phone it in. But it's not necessarily the teacher you go home liking every day. All right, because it's a bit like Yoda. It doesn't always, if ever, give you the answer. You have to figure out the answer. That being said, this is a powerful alignment, but it blends. It again is a sister reading to Venus and Pisces reading and the Jupiter sextile and the North Node reading. Now it's peaking on the 11th, as I said, Monday. So I could have just as easily pulled this tomorrow, but it's here right now. Okay. Saturn's a very slow moving planet. It's the second largest planet in our solar system. It is a powerful energy when it's blending with the North Node of destiny. All right? And that North Node, by the way, is in Taurus. And as we talked about in the North Node in Taurus reading that I did a while back when it first went there, Taurus North Node does not allow for wishy-washy. You're either in or you're out. And that also applies to the new energy cycle that we're moving into all while this is going on. With each passing day, we're moving more and more into a new fishbowl. And that fishbowl is a sunny day of core energy. So all of these alignments are more powerful now than they would be had they happened in the last cycle, which was a cloudy day, which would dampen or mute them a little bit. So this is some powerful shit. And it's all about, I want you to remember the hangman. I have a pre-shuffle here. Yeah, it's got a hangman somewhere in it. But it's interesting where that hangman falls. Remember what I said. Saturn squaring the North Node, right, is about, it pushes a decision. Your person has the bravery to do it. They're in their feels. And now someone really big is standing next to them as they sit on the fence and try to do what they always do, which is run away. And saying, hey, you better make a decision, motherfucker. That's a very big person. Saturn's a very big planet. All right. That being said, this is a general reading. It's for all signs. I'm just energy reading here. Doesn't matter what your sign is. I'm not an astrologer. It's for all signs, whether you're a person, a raccoon, a chipmunk, a bear, a squirrel, beaver. I don't care. It's a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you, but it will. And if you found this reading, you found it for a reason. Okay? And I want you to remember this energy that forces a decision, right? All of these energies that are in play are affecting you too. I don't want you to lose yourself in all this. Okay? Never mind what this motherfucker's going to do. Never mind. Okay? Worry about what you're going to do. You got a decision to make too. Remember, don't forget past readings I've done. All of my readings tie together. Steve Love Tarot is the real deal. I'm not just some schmuck out here pulling readings randomly trying to get ad revenue and views. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if 2 of you are watching this video. I don't care. Remember the readings I did before. Remember yesterday's Twin Flame Journey reading or the day before, whenever the hell I did it. Where on the Divine Feminine side, we got a message to you about knowing what you want out of this. That was that Saturn square in the North Node energy very strong in that reading, and it was right there. It came out on the DF side, and most of you watching are the DF in this soulmate cycle. So let's talk about the pre-shuffle. You ready? This is going to be a hell of a reading. Bet your ass there's going to be an extended. There'll be a link in the description for it. But we're going to get as much as we can here. I'm pairing the witches with the big animal deck. Let's talk about the pre-shuffle. This is just me talking to the universe. I got an Ace of Cups. It's a cup of love that hasn't been given. Someone's been holding on to it. They're sitting on the fence. Okay? It's sealed with cellophane. Oh, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? It's crossed by the Five of Cups. One of the cards that brings people together in these soulmate cycles. It's regret. It's a sad horse. It's regret. It's sadness over not giving this. So it's like I'm sitting on the fence and I'm thinking, I never told them how I felt. I've been holding on to all these feelings. Actually, I told them they stank. Damn it. Why did I say that? You know, it's like that kind of energy. And yet this person's still sitting on the fence. But they can't. They're going to have to make a decision. It can go against you. I'm not going to lie to you. That decision can go in the opposite direction. If your person's a super fuckwit, I don't know. It's just, you know, this is a cycle. Things come around and around. But right now, it's decision time. It's all because of the new cycle we're moving into. That's the World card right there. All right, it's been representing the new fishbowl of core energy that we're moving into with each passing day in April. It's all because of that. It's all because somebody here needs to grow a pair. The Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is crossed by the Hanged Man here. Okay? It's a great big energy of what you're going to do. Are you the shit? I'm talking to your person now. The incoming energy. Yeah, it's a question for you too, because you are the shit. You are the Nine of Pentacles. So what are you going to do? What do you want here? But on their side, it's what you going to do. Are you going to go for it, or are you a pussy? What are you going to do? It's like that. And that large person, will call him Saturn, yelling at your person to get off the fence and make a decision one way or the other. It is literally using that kind of phrase. It is that kind of energy here. It's a great big energetic spanking about being indecisive. All right? And underneath that, you're going to like this, Ace of Swords. This person knows all of this. This is a strong possibility of reconciliation between you two. This is them coming to tell you something. It's what they're most likely to do. And I say that because it's crossed by you. Okay? But your energy is here, the Empress, right? The Divine Feminine is right here. It's all about you. That card is not only bookending the Ace of Cups, telling me you're the one they've been holding on to love to. If they told you you stank, they were wrong. They were lying. But also it tells me for you, you're crossing the Ace of Swords. What are you going to do? All right, make sure you know what you want here. This is just backing up our last Twin Flame Journey reading. So that's what's going on with the North Node and Saturn squaring each other. And I try to tell you guys here at these intros, I know my fast forwarders are long gone until cards hit the table. And that's their loss. Because I want you, the benefit of you coming here is you can understand the energies that are around you and what's happening and why you might feel the way you do on a given day or set of days. All of these energies, by the way, before I pull a reading, I'm going to shuffle right now. But all of these energies that are in play, Venus in Pisces, and especially these North Node energies that I've been pulling on, Jupiter sextile in the North Node giving them the bravery, and this one forcing a decision. All of that is in play all through this entire week coming up here. It's why the weekly reading's been coming up the way it did. It's why the Friday reading and the weekly reading were both based on the Eight of Wands, communication and forward movement. This is one of the strongest times when you've got a chance to hear from your person, especially those of you where you don't think there's a snowball's chance in hell. I'm telling you, this is powerful. Anything that pulls on the North Node is powerful. The three most powerful energies that affect us are the sun, the moon, and the Earth's magnetic field. The moon is strong enough to stretch the Earth. Why does the moon matter? Well, the North Nodes are the faces of the moon. One side facing one way, the other side facing the other way. All right? And the sign that they're sort of working in. Okay? So let's see where we go. I think these energies last right up through the middle of next week, to be honest, right up around the 20th or so. Around the time we hit Taurus season. we'll say. Okay? So I'm shuffling the deck right now. Give me the energies of the soulmate cycle universe, with the affecting energy being Saturn squaring the North Node. These cards want to talk. I'm going to tell you. The first card out is before the cut. It's why the fuck are we here? It's the King of Swords. That's powerful. I love the King of Swords, especially in this deck, because it's a great horned owl. I had one when I was a kid. I'm quite partial to them. Very nice birds. Yep. It's a rainbow sword. Yeah. It's somebody coming, taking action here. It's somebody, why is that important? Because the King of Swords makes a decision and takes action. Can I just phrase it like that? You'll get it? This is the perfect card to represent, especially with the Hanged Man that we just saw a bit ago. This is the perfect card to represent exactly the energy we're pulling on right now. What comes after the cut? I chuckle already. I already know it's going to be something. It's going. It's three cards. They actually flipped out of the deck. It's the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Two of Cups. It's a Three of Swords sandwich after the cut. It's a Three of Swords sandwich. When I flipped the deck down, in my hand, they all went like that, so I could see them. Yeah, and look at that. There's a decision right there. The Two of Pentacles. Even after that, that's what comes after the cut. This is your connection coming together. This is slowly but surely somebody coming off the fence, because it's bookending the Two of Pentacles, and I've got the Three of Swords in the middle. The other card, by the way, that drives people in to communicate in these cycles, I now have both of them. I have the Five of Cups in the pre-shuffle and the Three of Swords here. Yeah. What generally happens is, it's sort of an energy of someone knows, with that Ace of Swords we saw, right? Even with the King of Swords, he knows the truth is the truth, speaks the truth. Someone knows that they're going to do it, so they might as well do it anyway. The only reason they won't, in this energy that I can tell, is just fear. Just them still being too afraid to open up and tell someone how they feel. Okay? It's very easy to tell someone they stink, or to get lost. I don't like you. It's super easy to insult people. It really is. Negative energy feeds itself. It's always easier to, rather than get the job, I'll just fuck up the interview, so that I don't have to worry about it. It's always easy. You could just walk into a job, and it's easy to not get a job, right? Or not get a person. If you like a person and you want to ask them out, it's much easier just to walk up and call them an asshole and walk away and just assume they were going to reject you anyway. That's easy. It's a lot more difficult to walk up and swallow your pride a little bit and tell them how you feel, and maybe you'd like to go out sometime. That's difficult. Positive energy is hard because it needs to be fed. Negative energy feeds itself. So that's the only reason fear is very negative. And it's easy to succumb to it. And that's the only reason your person might chicken out here in this energy. But I want you to worry about yourself. I want you to figure out, you have Saturn pushing you to make a decision too. Okay? So, decide whether or not you're going to let this person control your emotions. You shouldn't be. You're in control of your emotions. But let's see what they're going to do. I'm giving the deck a final shuffle. You ready? Unbelievable reading. I'm telling you, it's the Three of Wands. Is the overall energy of our reading. Soon. This is someone who does not want you to get away. This is, in my animal deck, the flux capacitor. It's lit, and the car is at 87.9 miles an hour. And when that son of a bitch hits 88, you're going to see some serious shit. What's crossing this? See? Fear. That's it. That's the only thing stopping them. They're afraid to go 88 miles an hour. They'll take the speedometer right up to 87.9. They'll take it, but that extra little point, they get in their head a little bit. It's the only, what the universe is saying with the Eight of Swords crossing the Three of Wands is the only thing stopping them from coming towards you and making this decision is their own little bit in their head about what you might do. It's someone, your person here, the energy I'm reading is a person who cares a lot what other people think. Is a person who likes to save face a lot. They are, as I've said before, the king or queen of the cover story. All right? Rather than just tell the truth. The truth is positive energy. And I just got done explaining to you, positive energy is hard. You have to feed it. You have to be brave. Okay, so the only thing that could stop them is them But Saturn squaring the North Node, which I'm pulling on right now, which the energy is here right now, peaking tomorrow, the 11th, is one of, you best make a decision, motherfucker. It forces a decision. Okay? All right. Let's go. This is the energy around your connection. In this energy. This is all about this energy, all right? This is the energy around your connection. This is how your person feels in their emotions. This is how they feel in the soul about you. Not what they show you, not what they tell you, because that's nonsense. Wow. Yeah, the king or queen of the cover story. Right here is the hidden energy. What the universe wants you to know about this energy and things. It's red with the energy of the connection. And right here is the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. And this is your person's free will. Here's a picture of it right here. 8 swords crossing 3 wands. This 3 wands is like ready to go. Ready to be 4 wands. Happy new beginning. It's the only thing standing in the way. They need to get out of their head a little bit. All right, I think Saturn is enough to push most of them. It's powerful energy here. Squares are powerful. They force decisions. They force change. And the North Node is some powerful energy, and so is Saturn. That being said, I will clarify everything, throw some universe cards over the top, and you bet your sweet asses there'll be a link for it extended in the description of this video. Let's go. Right here, and I'm going to do some wicked voodoo. I can't wait to find out on what. Oh, I never thought I'd say this, but I hope we see a devil. I hope we do. And I'll tell you why if it pops up. I have a feeling, I hope we see a devil. I hope we do. I want to see that. Saturn loves a devil. Saturn is a way to get past the devil. Right here's the energy around the connection. What's the first card out? Justice. Wow. Angel energy, for sure. It's angel energy. It's balanced energy. It is representing, is the perfect card to fall there. It is. It's one of those powerful cards to fall there in the energy of a connection. Your connection is fine. Okay? Someone is making a decision here. A decision is going to be made. Well, think about it when you get justice, right? Justice is coming to this connection. Somebody makes a decision. A gavel is swung, right? Or you get a letter in the mail. Something like that. It's communication. Something's gonna happen here. I can't wait to clarify that. That's beautiful. But it says it's time to make a decision here. Okay. Balanced energy. It's very nice. How do they feel with their emotions? 9 of Wands. Tired. And that's what I get. I get tired and dizzy when I look at that card. I actually get a bout of dizziness. I had to lean back in my chair a little bit. Yeah. It's like the Wounded Warrior card. It won't go away. This is pestering them. It's like I told you, they're sitting on the hangman fence, right? They're hiding behind a wall, sitting on the fence in that hangman. And someone needs to pull up their big boy, big girl pants here. Okay, it won't go away. It's a persistent energy. Even if they try to block it, they can't, because it's feedbacking off of justice here. This top row is very important in my reading. How do they feel in the soul about you? It's red with justice. With this 9 of Wands, I'm tired. I can't take it anymore. Down the middle. It's almost ready to go to the 10 of Wands and then break. That's how I feel at the 7 of Cups. Illusion is the energy I get here. I would say confusion, but the soul is never confused. This is a soul energy here. It's illusion. This person has been deluding themselves for so long that you smell and they don't like you, and ew, get away from me, ew, I don't like girls, ew, you know, that kind of thing. Male or female. It's a bit of back and forth. They're what's the word I'm thinking of? They're creating stories in their mind about how to come in or how this might go. But while they're making a decision to come towards you, that decision's being forced, they're also making the decision based on things negative that might happen. Does that make sense? In other words, I'm deciding to come towards you, but I'm going, yeah, but they're going to say no anyway. Jesus. Because there's only, on most decks with the 7 of Cups, there's only one good choice. The other 6 are complete shit. And this person's focusing on the 6 that are complete shit. It's like in the Lightseer deck. I always yell at the guy to pick the red one, asshole. Right? And yet they're pointing at the gold one. It's an energy I already told you. With this book ending justice, I said, and I did, rewind, I said it. I said it's an energy of, they know they're going to do it, so they might as well just do it anyway. You know, that kind of thing. All right, so it's nice that this is here. It tells me they're leaning toward coming towards you, but they're not really sure what's going to happen here. What's the hidden energy? What's the universe want you to know? It's red with Justice. Page of Swords. Yeah. It's a... I want to say it's a spying energy. It's not really. It's someone who is inclined to come in and play down why they're coming in. Okay, so they're making a so what they're doing with this is kind of clarifying the Seven of Cups. What they're doing with the Seven of Cups is a bit of what I described to you. All right, so they sit around and they feel this, they have all these feelings, and they're trying to find the way to come in that makes that saves the most face for them. Okay, does that make sense? It's an energy of it's smaller than you thought it would be, but it's not really that. It's more a case of somebody who, well, I could go in and just say I love them. And then we, you know, and I was wrong and I lied about this and I lied about that. But it might be easier if I just come in and you know, say, make up an excuse to come in. You know, oh, I heard you got a new car, that kind of thing, rather than talking about feelings. Again, it goes along the lines of what I already told you. You know, this person is very, very nervous about, they're the king or queen of the cover story, right? Just keep that in mind. Cover stories take pieces of the truth that make someone look okay, right? And then where there's the gaps, they fill them in with more stuff that makes them look okay. So it's a partial truth, but it's not all the truth. What's the potential final outcome? It's red with the Nine of Wands, the Six of Swords. Yeah, there's a rainbow on the card here. They know this is an energy of what Saturn is yelling at your person on the fence about is, you know, you're going to do it anyway. You know you want to. You might as well just do it. That's Saturn's argument here. Okay? It's your damn destiny to go do it. Go clear this up. All right? It's that kind of energy. It is minor arcana. There's a lot of minor arcana here. The only major arcana on the table is the energy of the connection. The universe is like, hey, it's all set. Just come on in. It's here. All right? It's decision time. And it looks like it's going to happen for most of you, but this card in a strange way explains why the Eight of Wands has been coming up a lot lately. You know, fast forward movement, communication. We need communication here to move things on to smoother water. The universe is saying the same thing over here. Justice is, you don't get justice without communication generally, right? Judge swings a gavel, you get a letter in the mail, you hear something about somebody that did you wrong, whatever it is, or you talk to somebody. So the final outcome is things do move on to calmer waters, or they just move on. It could represent closure. Let's see. I am going to clarify with the witches. This is a very, very difficult reading. This is difficult energy. It's hard for anybody to pull on squares. Okay? Squares are tricky to pull on because they're the times when change occurs. They're the times where we learn the lessons. And so it could go, lessons depend. It's just like if you're in a classroom, right? That's why people would prefer to be in a small classroom instead of a big classroom. In a big classroom, you've got all different people. They learn at different ways and they learn at different levels. And it's difficult. So the more people in the room, the more the less attention the individual student gets. Well, it's a bit like this. You know, squares are hard to pull on for a reader, energy reader, or just a card reader even, because everybody's person is different. That they're going to either learn the lesson or not. You know, the lesson is put before them, but how they interpret it and how they take it could go either way. We see that here with the Seven of Cups and the soul energy. You know, there's one good, clear choice there, and they're focusing on the ones that save them some face, that apply a cover story. Let's clarify. Tell me about justice. I like this. I like that justice came out. I like that it's a challenging reading. I wish the universe wouldn't do that to me on Sunday. But, again, the only thing stopping this Three of Wands, them coming towards you, is the Eight of Swords. And I said I don't think it's enough. Okay? And I'm right. Because crossing justice is the Four of Wands. This tells me it's there. I think a lot of your people come in, but I think they come in, again, I will say like a page, but it's more like with a cover story. You know, and a cover story does contain a lot of the truth. It has to. Otherwise, it's just a lie. But it is a cover story, nonetheless. It's not all of what they feel. All right? but the decision is leaning toward you. And also, if your person's married, they're making a decision about a marriage on their side, or something long-term, some sort of relationship. Could be a family dynamic too, or a career. Okay? They're making a decision about that. And that decision goes in your favor. Okay? This is your reading. All right, let's see what's on top. Yeah, Queen of Cups. This person, it's an energy of love wins the day here. Okay, it's the most love I could pull from the deck. It's the Queen of Cups. And yeah, the water is there. It's not my desert queen like it sometimes is in this witch's deck, where I don't see the water and it's all just barren and cold and dry. Nope, it's there. It hasn't been given yet, though. This Ace of Cups, or this Queen of Cups, feels more like an Ace of Cups to me. But it's a lot of love. They want to give it, but they're only giving a little. She's sitting on the sand, right? And the water is way off in the distance. So again, it's about a cover story here. All right, it really is. Also, if your person's in a third party, there's no love there. They want to go toward love. They want to feel this. And they feel that with this soulmate connection. I believe that's true. They're powerful connections. Why is the Queen of Cups here? Yeah, the Four of Cups. Again, is a lot of, it's all, there's a ton of disappointment around this for love not given. There's a ton of disappointment here. Somebody is, and we saw it in the we saw this in the pre-shuffle. It was the Five of Cups, disappointment and sadness, my sad horse, crossing the Ace of Cups. And I said, before I even pulled this, I said, this feels like an Ace of Cups to me. This queen sitting here sad on the sand about love not given, yet they're feeling every bit of it. And right here, it leads to disappointment. It's that disappointment that will bring them in. They're disappointed in themselves for the decisions they've made on their side, maybe to stick with something that's long past its expiration date, and they're disappointed that they blew you off. This guy in the blue shirt here had a chance to bang that hot blonde. He didn't. He looked at frogs instead. She fully clothed. What the fuck? You know, it's like that. It's very strong energy of them coming towards you. But again, it's decision time. They're on the fence. It can go either way. I mean, that's the nature of being on the fence. Otherwise, they'd be against a wall. They're not against a wall. They can go towards you or turn their ass around on the fence and go away from you. For the majority of you, because of this Four of Wands, they're coming towards you. Also, for a lot of you, they are married or they've got some kind of relationship on their side. For a good number of you, not all, but for a good number of you. And they don't like that. There's no love. They're not given to it anymore. Okay? That's what these cards mean there for those in that energy. Energy is always in layers, so it's always here. I get multiple stories with each energy pull. Okay? Let's pull on this Nine of Wands. I like this. It's a persistent energy. It's someone who is still putting up some resistance, but resistance is futile. That's the energy I get off of it. Anyway. Mostly because I'm drawn to the lit moon at the top. The moon is lit. If the moon were dark, I'd have a different energy coming off of it, but I don't. When you read cards intuitively, or if you read energy like me, it doesn't matter. You're generally drawn to one little portion of a card, not the whole card. The whole card is just there, but you're drawn to one little thing. Sometimes on this card, I'm just drawn to the vines that are going up it. Okay? And, you know, I read that as a wall that's crumbling. It's coming down. It needs some maintenance, right? All right. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Enough yammering. Yeah, it's decision time. In their emotions, it's right there. They're feeling this. They're feeling all of it. They're feeling Pisces and Venus. Feelings coming up. Jupiter sextile in the North Node. They got the bravery to come do it, which is why the universe is saying, you know you're going to do it, so you might as well do it, right? And also, they are definitely feeling Saturn square the North Node that we're pulling on right now, because the Two of Pentacles is that. It's someone who will likely make a decision. I believe they will because I'm drawn to that lit moon, but that lit moon, the moon leaves things in shadows, especially a crescent moon. That backs up my energy read that they're the king and queen of the cover story. They come in with a cover story of sorts, all right? Some truth about how they feel, but not all. They're trying to find the best way to do that. In the process, they're creating an energy of illusion. I suspect that's because they're doing a lot of daydreaming about it, playing it in their head, what they might do if they did decide to come off the fence. Okay? There's my 10 of Wands I was waiting for. Look at that. 9 Wands goes to 10 Wands. That's what I'm talking about. We look for that. Any tarot reader looks for that. Any energy reader looks for it. We look for escalation. 9 wands goes to 10 wands. This is a real burden. Everybody's tired here. They're tired. They are tired. They're getting their ass kicked by Saturn right now, but so are you. For a brief moment, you got to make a decision. Make sure you know what you want from this person, because I think their back's about to break. I'm telling you, I think their back is about to break. I got Judgment right there. I got Judgment, and also I had the 4 of Pentacles that wants to come out too. I'll take them both. I'll take them both. They came out together. Fuck it. Judgment. It's someone, they're leaning toward coming in. The energy is here. The 10 of Wands breaks. It's burden. It's the end, the dead end. It's got to go somewhere. We're done. Can't carry those sticks anymore. All right? And I think they're just going to hold back a little bit, but I think they're showing up for most of you. Again, it's a decision. It's decision time. How can I say for all of you, 20,000, 30,000 people are going to watch this video? You or your person, what decision they're going to make is up to their free will. And we already know the 8 of Swords is crossing this 3 of Wands. But the more likely scenario is this 3 of Wands goes to 4 Wands because it came out here crossing Justice. That's good. But for some of you, they are married to somebody on their side. They're not given to it. That energy's there too. The burden is the other person sucks and you're great. And yet they're afraid to come towards you because they once told you sucked and the other person was great. It's just an example. It's not an exact reading on what's going on, but it's a way for you to understand it. Okay? Apply it to your situation and twist it around. I have to give analogies here. I can't, it's too many people. That being said, they're showing up. It's what they want to do, but they're going to hold back a little bit. Out of what? What did I say? Fear. Right? I said it about the 8 of Swords crossing here. Tell me about the 7 of Cups. Why is the 7 of Cups here? Now, they're running this through their head. And they're feeling everything. So it comes up through the feelings, and then they run it through their head in a safe environment. But even in the safe environment of their head, they get scared. So what it's creating is an illusion energy of what's the easiest way to do this if I were going to do it. Okay? It's the easiest way I can explain it. It was a difficult energy to explain. It's basically somebody running it through their head, what they're going to say to you. Nope, that's not going to work. Nope, that's not going to work. No, that's way too much truth. Again, I got that lit crescent moon here. But I also have a full moon in front of a full sun in front of the moon as well. So they are going to illuminate some things. They're just trying to find a happy medium. I don't necessarily like that. I think we should just be open. Why not just... this person is very concerned with what other people think, and they're especially concerned with what you think. You're reflecting as full Empress energy to them. They're worried about that. They're worried about coming to talk to you because they're only reflecting as a page, just so you know. Okay, let's see here. Why is the 7 of Cups here? Wow, we're getting a lot of sequence. We had 9 of Wands goes to 10 Wands. We have 7 Cups goes to 8 Cups. Right there. That's a divinely guided reading right there. Squares are hard to pull on, but this is a pretty clear energy. All right? This is someone who might walk away and they might come in. It's their choice. We're in choices right now. Sometimes they walk away and sometimes they don't. They're back and forth. We're on the fence. But Saturn squares the North Node, forces a decision. All right? It forces a decision. Look at that. The only thing... They're in their fields, the Ace of Cups, but it's leaking like a sieve in this Witch's deck. Okay? It's overflowing out the top. They are feeling this. The universe wants you to know that they're feeling this. They're feeling every bit of it. It takes some bravery for someone to walk away from 8 broken cups and go towards something else. This person's very concerned with image, very concerned with what other people think in general, however you want to look at it. I don't know. We pull on them a lot in the extended readings and find all kinds of things, but that's just a general way of putting it. They're in their fields. That Ace of Cups is overflowing. Okay? It tells me they're likely to come in and give you a little. Again, cover story. And again, I said, and this is even bookending it perfectly. It's the first card out here on top of this. The first card out here on top of this, I said, felt like an Ace of Cups to me. And in its exact bookend, I got the Ace of Cups, verifying my energy read, which is kind of what these cards are for. That's how I learned how to read energy when I was a kid. I knew I could, but I was never accurate. So Someone taught me how to read cards. And they said, you let the cards reflect the energy, and then you take in the feelings, and you see. Well, anyway, here we are, 30 some odd years later. Okay, Ace of Cups, why is it here? Look at, see, I told you. 2 of Cups, Jesus Christ, love wins the day. It says the same thing over here, it says the same thing over here. Again, this whole top row, even with all the clarifiers, the only way I can translate this energy to you of what Saturn square in the North Node is bringing to the table is if I said to you, we sat down and you gave me some bullshit about you're not sure whether you want to go towards somebody, and I just lean over at you and I go, you know, you want to do it. And you know you're probably going to do it anyway. So just do it. Sometimes in life you just do it. I know it's a Nike slogan. I'm not trying to get sued here, and we're not talking about shoes. So I probably won't. But sometimes in life you got to just do shit. It's the shit that we just do. I remember when I bring it up a lot, but it's a fact. I remember when I quit smoking many years ago. I remember I tried to quit many times, and I would ceremoniously quit, right? I would just ceremoniously, this is the last one, I'm throwing it down, that's it, I'm done, I'm walking away, right? I had about 1,200 last ones, okay? Can I just phrase it that way? There must have been at least 6 cartons of last ones. But the bottom line is, when I actually quit, it was no ceremony, it was no nothing. Just like 5 or 10 days had gone by and I realized I hadn't had one. Wow, I guess I just quit. It just happened. Sometimes you just do shit. You just do it. That's the energy that's here. This is a person who's just going to do it. They're trying to make a decision. And that's because the energy of making a decision is there. But in trying to make a decision, they're getting in, here, I'll show you, I'll give you the visual. They're getting in 8 swords. And that's why our 3 of Wands is delayed in getting to that 4 of Wands that's crossing there. I try to be as transparent as I can in my readings, okay? I try to help you guys understand what's going on. So, in a way, that's why they need to get out of their head. The whole reading is tied together. Everything matters here. Every card I've pulled and shown you matters. I can't forget them. I have to think back to the energies and piece it all together like a jigsaw puzzle. This is why. They're trying to make a decision. You don't try to make a decision. You just make a decision. You just do shit. And there are certain things in life where you just do it. Jumping out of a plane. You stand there on the edge too long and think you're not going to do it. Getting on a plane. You just do it. You're not sitting in the airport thinking, this son of a bitch might crash. I don't have a fucking repair report. I don't have anything. No, you just do it. And love. Love is the #1 leap of faith thing in life. This person, love wins the day here is what the universe is saying. It's saying it here and it's saying it here. And that's because ultimately they're going to do it anyway. So they might as well just do it. Because they feel this. And it's a persistent energy that won't go away. 9 of Wands, and it's building pressure, building to the 10 of Wands. And judgment is here, the universe. This is Saturn itself even, if we want to call it that. Saturn's part of the universal energy. It's that teacher, that big giant person while they're sitting on the fence saying, get your ass in there, make a decision, motherfucker, one way or another. They're going to hold back a little out of fear, but again, love wins the day. The 2 of Cups here proves it with the Ace of Cups. Okay? I'm just trying to give you all the information I can. All right? I want you to know what's going on because these energies affect you as well. I might be reading the incoming energy on your person. Roles can be reversed, but I'm generally reading the incoming energy on your person. But these are the same energies that you're under right now. So make sure you know, I'll repeat what the Twin Flame Journey told us the other day to the DFs. Make sure you know what you want from this person. All right, because they're probably coming towards you. I see it here with the 6 of Swords. Some of them won't lie to you. Some of these people are just sitting in too much fear. It's too much. They're too image conscious to open up and tell you how they feel. They're just worried about saving face, what the neighbors might think. Oh my, we need a cover story. Oh my, right? Come on, I live it every day here in Los Angeles. You know, I used to live in a hoity-toity neighborhood. The neighbors are all worried about what you might see, and they all got a cover story for what's going on. Hell, they have somebody over their house, right? Somebody comes over just to visit. they'll bring it up in a topic and just make up some story about who that was in case you saw it. You know, it's why I don't live in a hoity-toity neighborhood anymore. I can't stand it. Anyway, that being said, it's that kind of energy that's here. All right. So for some of you, they won't come in, but for most of you, love wins the day. They really do love you. 2 cups, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups. They're really sad that you two aren't banging. I mean, there's a lot of 4 of Cups disappointment, 5 of Cups crossing the Ace of Cups at the beginning of the reading. Technically, the 4 of Cups is crossing it here. It's fucking unreal. Okay, let's talk to the universe. Tell me about this Page of Swords, because this is communication. Oh, it absolutely is. But it's communication that comes with a cover story. He got to explain to her why he was more interested in looking at frogs. She took her titties out. He didn't even look. He looked and then he went back to the frogs maybe. Now he's got to explain to her why they didn't bang. You know, it's a lot. It takes a lot. Let's go. Why's the Page of Swords here? Look at this shit. It's communication. It's the sun. You see, this person drives me fucking batshit crazy. There's so much fucking love here. There's so much they want to tell you. And what you get is a cover story. Oh, yeah, I told you stunk. Well, maybe you just stunk that day. You know, I was in a bad mood. It wasn't any big deal. It's no big deal. Hey, you know what? Let's just, maybe we can have lunch or something like that. No, they need to open up. Not some cover story nonsense. Maybe they're getting a divorce and they told you their marriage was happy, but they come at you with a cover story of, well, we were doing okay, but then something, you know. They're not going to tell you the truth on some level. Like I said, cover stories are centered in the truth, but you take pieces of the truth that you like and you fill in the rest with shading. Okay? That's kind of what's going on here. The universe, it's the sun, which is you knowing everything, all of it, downgrading, crossing, right? The Page of Swords. It does make the Page of Swords pure communication. It does. Also tells me you make them happy, but they're going to downplay that too. Nothing compares to you. I'm drawn to these little stars around the barn owl. When that happens, you know I sing Redneck Sinead, make the entire country of Ireland cry. Don't make me do it again. Fine, I will. Nothing compares to you. Right? There you go. It's right there. Now I made a whole country cry again. God damn it. Okay. At least I didn't do it on St. Patrick's Day. All right? I made sure not to make them cry on that day. All right. What's on top here? 2 swords. Again, with the Witch's deck, like I always tell you, the 2 Ace of Swords here are not crossed. That's important. The imagery on the cards is how the energy reflects. There's no point in me showing you the cards if I'm not going to point that out to you. Because that's why they're here. They're here so you can see what I'm reading in the energy. Okay? See what I feel. These 2 swords don't cross. There's one clear path and another clear path. It's representing the decision that's being made here. They're making a conscious choice to give you a cover story. All right? They know the truth. One of these Ace of Swords is just the Ace of Swords. It's the pure truth. It's that sun card right there where you get illuminated everything. The other sword is where they might go. So for some of you, they might give you the whole truth. But for most of you, it's a cover story. They're picking and choosing which truth to give. So this is the whole truth, and then this sword takes some of it. And that's what they tell you. You'll notice this sword is pure shiny silver here. This sword is sort of black, darkened spots. It has spots missing, like a redacted document, right? Where the government blacks out certain words. It's like that. It is literally showing you in a picture what I'm telling you. It's the king and queen of the cover story coming to you. Don't believe the cover story. Go ahead and fall for it, but don't believe it. Now, for most of you, they're making a decision to come towards you for sure, but one of the decisions, they already know they're going to do it. That's why I keep saying they know they're going to do it, so they might as well just do it. The main decision, what the universe is trying to tell us, the main decision they're making isn't whether or not to come towards you. It's what to tell you. They're coming up with a cover story. Hence, the 7 of Cups and the way I described that to you. Okay? This is a very difficult reading. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being a very, very high level reading. I've been pulling cards out here a long time, but I've been pulling cards 30 years. This is tricky energy to read, okay? This is some shit, and I'm telling you, thank you, universe, for giving it to me on a Sunday. I say it again. Why is the 2 of Swords here? But you got to notice the little things like that if you're somebody that reads cards. This one here is redacted. It's pulling from the real truth, and it's a cover story about, but the real story is this and this. Disappointment, sadness. Queen of Wands. Fakey McFakerman. Everything I just said just got backed up. Yep, it's a cover story. I'm not going to go through it again. The Queen of Wands always got a cover story. That's my neighbors from the hoity-toity neighborhood that I was just telling you about. They were all King and Queen of Wands up there on the hill in Pacific Palisades. Oh, good Lord. That fucking neighborhood, I swear. Oh, I don't know if you saw the car in my driveway yesterday. Oh, I didn't ask. I just said hello. I don't give a fuck. I'm not staring at your driveway out my goddamn window. I'm busy inside playing the guitar. I don't care about who pulled in your driveway. I just said hi. I will never say hi again. Okay? It's the Queen of Wands. Pretense. Got a cover story for everything. Jesus. They all behaved like they were drug dealers. And I was the only one in the neighborhood that wasn't. You know, it's like, well, God, calm the fuck down. I can't imagine what Harvey Levin must go through in the neighborhood he lives in. His neighbors must be afraid to talk to him. My God, they must run from him. Oh my God, I think Harvey saw me jogging today. Otherwise they're going to end up on TMZ. Oh my God. Anyway, you're getting a cover story. They're deciding what cover story to give you. They're going to mask the disappointment a little bit for not banging you. And if they chose something else over you, they're gonna mask that a little bit. Look, this is all here so you can make a decision too as to whether that's good enough for you or whether or not you call them on it. That's up to you. I can't tell you what to do. From experience, I can tell you if you call the Queen of Wands, for example, male or female, if you call the Queen of Wands on their shit, they just give you more shit. And they get paranoid and they run. Alright? All the Queen of Wands does when you call them on their cover story is not say anything. They go silent. They run back to their abode. They come back with a new cover story. Alright? And they spent all night thinking it up. It is. It's paranoia. Right? In a way, it is. This person, I know your person's not famous on Big Hill and Pacific Palisades, but it doesn't matter. Energy is energy. They're a person who cares what other people think to a point where it becomes toxic. And that's why they're afraid. But they love you. They fucking love the shit out of you. And this energy is forcing them to make a decision about it. And this person doesn't like that on some level. But at the same time, it's all driven by disappointment and that Five of Cups that we saw in the pre-shuffle. That sad horse crossing the Ace of Cups. Our final outcome is the Six of Swords, which is about the best we can expect from someone like this. It's sort of a can we let bygones be bygones energy and just move things on here to calmer waters. You may need to let a few things go with this person. It'll take them some time to fully open up, to get real with you, to let you into their inner circle, all right, their inner emotions. You're the only person in their life, I can tell you that, who has a snowball's chance of it. If your person's married, I guarantee you even that person doesn't know the depths of this person's soul like you do, like you can feel. There's a very strong energy here, and there has been for a while, of someone who feels like they could be real with you. They can be themselves, but they're afraid to do it. They're afraid to take that first step, like someone jumping out of a plane and thinking about it too much at the edge of the door. You can't. Love, not unlike jumping out of a plane, requires a leap of faith. You just fucking do it. Alright? Yeah, you might get hurt. As the Eagles once sang in their song, Take It Easy, we may win, we may lose, but we will never be here again. It's a very important line from that song. So open up, I'm climbing in, and take it easy. Okay? Just take it easy. I tell you guys that all the time. Sometimes, when temperance comes up especially. But take it easy. You know, let this person be who they are. Show them that they can be themselves with you and they'll open up. For most of you, the decision has been made. It's clear here. The decision's been made to come towards you. It's what they're just working up the cover story. An excuse to come talk to you for some of you. Cancers, who if you're watching, that's your person. That always has been. So that's for some of you. For others of you, it's just working up the cover story. It's just I have to tell someone I said they stink that they don't stink. Okay. Again, a picture paints 1,000 words. Here's someone, and here's two pictures that paint 10,000 words. Here's a Queen of Cups of love sitting in the sand. Let's remove that water. She in the desert, sitting there, just holding the cup. There's nothing around her for miles around, right? And it's because of this. This card is why this card is here. It's because of that. Because your person was busy looking at frogs. This person represents this Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups is your person. We're busy looking at frogs, and she's like, she bored now. That's you. Why don't they like me? She go home with an inferiority complex. She dye her hair 6 different colors, and one day, oh my God, maybe it was because I was blonde. I'll go blue. I don't know, maybe blue. Whatever. No, what they did was wrong here. They played this wrong. They're embarrassed by their actions. That's clear in the energy too. Right now, I'm just energy riffing for you. I'm just riffing. I'm just reading the energy before I pull the cards on our final outcome. The bottom line here is somebody's got to swallow their pride. I got my shuffle. I know what the bottom card is, which is crossing this. So I can tell you everything I just told you is 100% correct. Every fucking thing. I described the Queen of Wands to you. I told you about that type of person, right? And I even said the King of Wands is a lot like that. Well, here he is. It's my laughing king here in this deck. It's the King of Wands. This is the Burger King. This is someone who I said, rewind, motherfuckers. I said about this Six of Swords, I said, can't we just let bygones be bygones? He's my laughing king. Look, I don't know if he'll come out on my camera, but he's laughing in the throne there. He's cool. He's got it. But he always has to save face. He always has to. Always. So what you end up with is exactly the card that's right here. Page of Swords, the Page of Swords. The Queen of Wands, the King of Wands. It's all boils down to, going from king and queen, going from king and queen, Queen of Cups, big love, cover story, modeled truth here, a little bit redacted, the truth redacted. Because of disappointment, they got to figure out exactly what to tell you. This guy in the blue's got to figure out exactly what to tell this little blonde girl about why they're not banging. Why he just decided to look at frogs the whole time. Why? I want to ask him too. Because I know most of you. I know a good chunk of you from Twitter. You're pretty awesome people. This person fucked up. And Saturn's making them see it now. And Saturn's making them do something about it with a big old spanking. It's right here. It's the King of Wands. Alright? It is somebody who needs to let go of their ego and come in here. And you're getting a cover story. It just backs that up. What's on top? King of Cups. You're again afraid to be vulnerable, but I think right here it's too much. The King, it's red with the Ten of Wands. The King of Cups, like we all know, 1 foot on the land, 1 foot in the water. A little bit wishy-washy, maybe a little bit iffy about giving the full cup. He holds the Ace of Cups. He holds it just like she does, the Queen of Cups. A little bit wishy-washy about it. They can't hold back any longer. It's building. It's building, going from 9 of Wands, this is tired, I'm tired, oh my God, to 10 Wands, oh my God, my back's going to break, oh my God. And then Judgment comes in, the universe says, well, just go talk to him. Go make a decision. Oh, but I'm afraid, so I need to come up with a cover story. Okay. I think somebody's going to tell you how they feel. They are. There's your proof right there. I'm sorry you don't know this deck. This is the Empress. It's you in your pretty green dress. I like that. Male or female, you look great in a green dress. Bottom line, it's you. The King of Cups is going to open up to you. They're afraid of you. You, right here, are who they want a second chance with. But they hold back a little bit. I'm telling you, they have already made the decision. It's a no-brainer decision to come and tell you how they feel. They're just trying to come up with a cover story, and all the cards back that up. And I know this energy well. Like I said, I lived around it for many years. It used to drive me crazy every morning. I told my wife, I said, we have to move. She said, why? I like this house. No, I don't like the people around here. Their energy's fucking me up. It is. It was. It's all superficial nonsense, worried about what other people think, paranoid, bullshit, crazy. It's fucking nuts. It was lycra as far as the eye could see. It was okay there, but aside from that, it's crazy. If you live around paranoia, it bleeds on you. And your person, but I tell you that for a reason. I don't talk about anything or joke about anything that's not in the energy. That doesn't help you. I'm here to help you. Your person, the energy around them is paranoia. It's that same kind of energy. They're around people who are superficial and materialistic, and it bleeds onto them. And now they've come in here and they found real love, and they decided to blow it off. But now they want to feel that way again. The moment they blew it off, they started to feel bad. Right from the start, they played this all wrong. They did it all wrong. And now with Saturn squaring the North Node of Destiny, it's pushing them to make a major decision here. And it's pushing you to make one too. I recommend you can do what you want. For those of you that aren't, for those of you that aren't going to the extended, I'll just tell you, I'll give you the advice that I might give as I shuffle for the last 3 cards for you. Again, like I said, people with cover stories, if you don't call them on their cover story. Tell them, don't call them on, just believe their cover story. All right? You know that they feel more for you than what they're telling you. You know that their marriage was worse than what they're telling you. Because if they even show up, it's proof of all the love that's on this table. Because they could just go away, couldn't they? The end of the day, let them have it. Let them have their story. Oh, cool, okay, I understand. And then tell them how you feel. 100%. Full-on Queen of Cups. Who gives the full cup. Isn't it no half a cup, no quarter cup. She gives the full cup. Tell them how you feel. They might run again. So it's dangerous advice on that front if that scares you. But in the end, they'll come back. Because they'll see that you're someone they can be real with. And if they feel comfortable enough to do that, they might just open up the full Ace of Cups. You can play it however you want. But in my experience, calling people on their cover stories is a bad thing to do. It makes them run for the wrong reasons. Whereas if you believe their cover story and then just open up fully and you're honest with them, they might run, but it's running for the right reasons. It'll give them something to think about. You set an example. Okay? Why is that important? Because they're coming across as superficial King of Wands, little Page of Swords, Queen of Wands, this little guy looking at frogs instead of banging this blonde. And you're coming across as the Empress twice now in this fucking reading. Once in the pre-shuffle and once here. And you're coming across as well as the Queen of Cups, generally, in the surface energy on the backside. Either way, they need to meet you full way. You both have the potential to be fully honest with each other. This person, you're the only person this person is going to come across where they can be real. Where they're going to feel comfortable enough to show you the depths of their soul. That is not the case for you. The Empress, you're going to attract many people in your life. Okay, who you can be real with. Why? Because the Empress is always real. Even a full-blown balanced Emperor is phony sometimes. Okay? The Emperor needs the Empress for that feeling energy. Alright? So, my point is you're going to be fine no matter what. So don't hold back if your person's one of the people that shows up. Because they're showing up with a cover story. There's no doubt about that. Now, I'm asking the universe, give me 3 cards and a crossing card. Anything else you want to tell everyone before we go? It's amazing here. You are someone that they can be honest about. They can show you the true depths. And that's part of what scares them. Again, energy's always in layers. I'm just giving it to you. It scares them. But the 10 wands of burden are forcing them to tell you something. But I promise you, for most of you, it's just a skim off the surface of how they really feel. It's a fucking cover story. Alright? Do what you want with my advice. Always do what makes sense to you. Live your own life. The Empress always does. People who don't live their own life are King of Wands and Queen of Wands. Because they're more concerned with what other people think than living their own life. They mold what people see on the outside. And on the inside, it causes them to be phony as well. Because they can't let that out. They don't even do it behind closed doors most of the time. So, your person with you, though, can be real. But they need to get past some hang-ups on their side. I'm disappointed we didn't see a devil. I understand why the universe gave it to me this way, though. But those hang-ups are within them that cause them to do the cover story. That's devil energy. That's that deception. The universe is basically giving it to me this way because that deception isn't enough. It's just them in their head too much and worried about what other people think. That's all. Give me 3 cards and a bottom card here, universe. Let's go. King of Swords, the card of why we're here. Remember, it was before the cut. 3 of Wands, the card of the overall energy. Look at this. You believe this shit? You don't think this reading's divinely guided? You don't think you're here for a reason? Oh, you think I'm just talking for my health? No. It diminishes my health, actually. The bottom line is, it uses up valuable energy. So I never just talk for my health. That's why I'm quiet in person. When you ever meet me in person, I'm a very soft-spoken person. I speak when spoken to. I don't waste my energy. Right here, King of Swords was the reason we were here before the cut. The 3 of Wands is our overall energy. This is the message from the universe for you. And the last card out is the Knight of Cups. This person again, it's and crossing the 3 of Wands is here is the Magician. Again, it's just an energy of the universe repeating the same thing. They know they know they're going to do it, so they might as well do it anyway. This person is coming towards you for most of you. Most of you, the decision to come towards you has already been made. It's just a matter of, and the 7 of Cups backs this up, everything here backs this up, and the final outcome backs it up. It's just a matter of whatever fucking cover story they can come up with where they can save as much face as possible. Because that is always what these 2 motherfuckers are worried about. And it's why I moved away from them many years ago. Alright? It's always what these 2 are worried about. So it always reflects as a page when they show up. But with you, it can go more. The universe is saying that. It's being very clear. It's a message for you. They're right on the edge here. They've got all the skills they need to come in. They've changed. This connection has profoundly changed them. The Saturn square in the North Node, it's decision time. I think they've already made the decision. I feel that. It's just about the cover story. That's all. For a lot of you, they're coming towards you. Make sure you know what you want from this person. It's a powerful reading. I'm going to go pull some Wicked Voodoo and the extended. And you know my extendeds are usually like an hour long. Now, I don't mess with anybody on those. It's some good shit. This is important. Now, I'm going to pull on the King and Queen of Wands. Okay? And I'm going to pull on what's going on their side because it's missing here. There's something else happening here. This energy is forcing a decision. You know, we're talking about Saturn square in the North Node. It's forcing a decision. Well, it's forcing not just a decision about you. There's some other decision that's not showing up here, that's hidden in the shadows. It's why the moons here are little crescent moons, right? I got 2 crescent moons here. Well, there's a lot of shadows when that moon's out. It doesn't light things up very much, does it? Let's see what's going on. And we'll find out more about when they come towards you. Maybe we can learn about what their cover story is. I'll try. I promise I will. All right, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I truly do. And I hope my fast forwarders stop fast forwarding. I'm not here for my fucking health. There's a lot of energy here, and I'm trying to explain it to you. I'm doing my best. So if I help one person today, I've definitely done my job, especially with this reading. Especially if I taught you about the King and Queen of Wands, which is what your person is. King or Queen of Wands, they've been reflecting as that. These are the 2 most common cards to come out of the deck since I got here, and you all know it if you've been here a while. So much so, we called this one the Burger King for many, many times. It still is. Burger King got to have it their way. All right? And they manipulate things to make sure they get it that way, to make sure you believe certain things. Right? King of Wands, I always say, makes you believe anything's possible. Yeah. Okay, fine. You want to tell me Mickey Mouse came by your house the other day? That's perfectly fine. Okay, good. I believe you. A cartoon drove a car in your driveway. Cool. I give it to him. I always give it to him. Because there's usually rewards for that. At very least, you learn about a person. All right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right? Good luck, everyone.